And for the past 6 months, that's all her and her mother been talking about doing. Being occupied with, being consumed most of their time. Now, her daddy, he don't contribute to not 1 cent on her.
Once again, another stepdad comes out on the losing end. When will y'all ever learn? I keep having these back and forth with you guys. I keep having these back and forth. And guys, I get it coming from women. I get it. But some of you guys are worse than the women when it comes to this stepdad situation. Now let's take a look at this video and we're going to come right back.
A-hole for refusing to pay for my stepdaughter's wedding because her real daddy is the one that's going to walk her down the aisle. So let me tell you guys about my stepdaughter, all right? She wants her real daddy to walk her down the aisle. Now let me give you a little backstory on me and my stepdaughter. She just graduated from university, which I paid for. Now, she went to an in-state university, but it still cost me about $40,000. Now, I also bought her a car. I bought her a car straight after high school. That way she could go back and forth to school. I bought her a car. She still lives with me and her mother. She does not have a job. Now, she's set to be married on August the 8th. And for the past 6 months, that's all her and her mother been talking about doing. Being occupied with, being consumed most of their time. Now, her daddy, he don't contribute to not 1 cent on her. Not her education, not child support, which is partly her mother's fault because, you know, she didn't fight for that. And I guess that's just what the settlement was. And he only around to make promises. I do that for you, I do this for you, and then take off. And then she'd be heartbroken. But she adores her father, right? So, like I said, she's set to be married in August. And the wedding venue, I told them they can have it in my home. The wedding venue can hold about 250 people, right? Now I said, hey, I got a list of 20 people that I want to come to the wedding. I'm paying for this at my house. I want these 20 people to come.
Let me help you understand something. If you decide to date a woman with a child or children, no matter what her status is, no matter how much money she makes, no matter how beautiful she is, guys, you're settling. Now, women, they want to try to set the standards for men as far as what is a real man, what is a man, what is honorable for a man. Guys, let me tell you something. When you're dealing with a family, some of y'all don't have families. Some of y'all do. Some of y'all are stepdads. Some of y'all are with your baby mother. Some of y'all are married. And the ones who married or with a woman, y'all will understand. Especially if you're a guy that is a responsible guy, that take care of himself. That means you pay your bills. That means you have your own place. That means you have your own castle. Guys, that is a responsibility. And that's pressure. That's stress. And what do I mean by stress? That means you have to put up with stuff on your job that you typically wouldn't have to do. If you was a single man, it's different going to work being a single man than going to work with a family. Because being a single man, you can quit that job and it'll just be you suffering. It'll be just you going back to your mama house, sleeping on the couch, or sleeping on your friend's couch, or going and live with another female till you get on your feet, which I don't recommend at all. But it'll just be you. That's the point I'm trying to make. But if you got a family, you just can't up and quit your job. You just can't do it. Because why? It's not just you. It's not just you. So that's the pressure. That's the stress. Now, if you with a woman and you and that woman have a child together, it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier emotionally, mentally, because you have a connection with your child and the mother, and that's called a family. But when you're dealing with somebody else's kids, somebody else's child, then you can have a bond with that child, but the bond will only go so far. It only goes so far. Yet, the pressure is still there. The pressure's still there. And you're taking care of somebody else's child. Now, these women will have you think that it's an honorable thing. And that's the standard that they set. Oh, it's so honorable. You're stepping up, quote unquote. Nah, there ain't no stepping up, guys. Because let me tell you something. As a man, we want to feel like we're the king of our own castle. We're the ruler of our own land. But I can guarantee you this. Your family may be happy for you, so to speak. But deep down inside, they don't look at you the same. Your friends might be happy you met this quote unquote woman that makes you happy, but deep down inside, they still don't look at you the same as it is if you was the king of your castle. Because it's like look, listen, if you bring a stepchild home to your mother, I can guarantee you she's not going to treat that stepchild like she's going to treat her grandchild. See, that's the problem with women. They will say, oh, he's stepping up to the plate and it's an honorable thing. But yeah, let her son bring home some young lady's baby, another man's child that's not her grandchild, and see how they treat that child. Now, I'm not going to say they're going to mistreat the child or nothing like that, but they're not going to treat that child the same. 9 times out of 10, they're not going to treat that child the same. In some instances, guys, your family, your friends, they'll look at you at like and even her family, man, they'll look at you like you're a sucker. In some cases. In a lot of cases. Now, I'm not going to say all the time they'll feel that you're a sucker. They just don't feel that you are the ruler of your castle. Because it's almost like there's a broken link. And what's the broken link? It's that man. It's that man. It's that father of that child. Because when they look at that child, they thinking, well, where's the father at? Now, a lot of times, guys, when you meet these women, and y'all, and this happens all the time, guys. They feed you all this stuff about the father. Oh, he don't spend time. He don't take care of the kids. He's this deadbeat dad. He's this. I've been doing this on my own. You know, listen, guys. Don't fall for that. Don't fall for that, because how about okay, you're a single mother. You've been doing it on your own. You've been having to get up in the morning, take the kids to school, pick the kids up, help them with their homework, basically do it all. Fine. But let's not jump over the part where you selected the wrong guy, where you selected, your choice of men were bad. Your selection of men were bad. Let's not skip over that part. And a lot of these single mothers will go in this soliloquy about, oh, the men out here, they're just no good. They don't want to work. The majority of them are lazy. The majority of them cheat. A majority of them abusive. Well, guys, we all know that majority of the men in our community, the black community, is being raised by single mothers. So in other words, if you're selecting from this group of men, most likely the single mothers raised these bad guys. So either way it go, women, they still at fault. Either way it go, guys. Now, I can hear in this guy's voice, he has a lot of passion, man. And the way he's describing what's going on, guys, he feel like he's being left out. He feel like he's being left out. So, of course, he started, saying and telling us what the father's not doing. Oh, he's not spending money on her. He don't spend time with her. But, guys, that don't matter. That don't matter when it comes to a spiritual connection, because a lot of these kids deep down inside, they want to be connected to their real father because they see themselves and they want to see what part of themselves they see in their own father. That's what it boils down to. And that's why it don't benefit you to be a stepdad, because you got to put up with this. This guy done all this stuff, put in all this time, did all this work, just for her to turn around and say, I want my real daddy to walk me down the aisle. Now, a lot of people say a mom should step in and say, no. But, hey, man, the lady want what she want. The child want what she want. And when you get with a woman and she has a kid, women, they have it bad extending the adolescenthood of a child. What I mean by that, man, child be 28, 29 still living with the mother. They will extend their childhood. That's why the guy said she don't work, she live with us. Because probably that's nothing he can do about that. What he's gonna do? Tell the mom to kick her daughter out? Man, no. See, that's why I say you're not the king of your castle. And when you get with a woman and she tries to convince you that she's the prize and she has a child, no, she's not the prize. You're the prize. And don't ever forget that.